Hi everyone! Today's video is about installing paneling in my Promaster 250-159 wheelbase van. There's a lot of ways of finishing off your van on the inside to cover up the insulation. Some people do plywood, some people do shiplap, and I chose to do paneling, and this is just regular house paneling. It ran about $22 a panel, and I used 6 panels, including the ceiling. There was a couple of reasons why I made this choice. One, for the time that it would take to put up the shiplap, and also for weight. I was concerned at first about putting up grade that might absorb moisture and be thick and soft after a short amount of time, or even about any amount of time, or if I got a leak in the van or whatever. So I did, while I was putting things up, I did leave some of the paneling out. And this looks really crummy because it's been sitting outside for about 3 weeks. But I wanted to show you that even though it's been sitting, literally sitting on the wet ground and on, and it's been rained on several times, it doesn't even, when you pick it up, it really doesn't even feel damp, and it hasn't expanded. Now, pieces that I have left out longer have done some expanding, but that gave me quite a bit of confidence that even if I get a leak somewhere, or if by chance a door gets left open or a vent gets left open and some water does get inside, that I'm not going to actually be ruining my entire ceiling or wall with that. But it's been an adventure. The ceiling panel, the big ceiling panel in the front, was the hardest one to put on, and but I did it. I did it with a little bit of help. But come along today. I'm going to give you a quick review of how I like it and what went right. Okay, the plan is when the paneling for the roofing comes in, it's going to come in and it's going to attach up under here. And so the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to cut this headliner. I'm just doing it with a X-Acto knife. Well, this headliner isn't too hard to cut, so I'm really thankful for that. I had to stop and put some blue tape on here because I started making a mark. Now, it's paintable, and I have some white paint that I can cover it up with, but I'd rather not have to. Okay, when measuring for cutting circles here, I first positioned it correctly. I did inside and I did an outside, and when I cut this with the jigsaw, I'm going to go on the outside of this pencil mark because I want this to fit up, without having to trim it once it's in place. And plus, if you make it about a 1/4 inch, you still have plenty of space on this flange so that you can get it up and you can get it into the correct position before you screw it into place. So I tend to make my cuts a little bit larger because I really, really don't want to have to take this out, trim it, and put it back in. Oh, I got the first panel up. I have yet to screw it into place, but I have my wires coming through here for my lights here, and third one there. The vent fan fit perfectly, and I've also put up a temporary wire here. This is going to help me as I start securing it to know exactly where the cross brace is with the furring strips on it. Okay, about how I finished the front edge here of the ceiling with my paneling. I cut the headliner because it came up and wrapped around where my insulation is right here, and I was planning on putting a piece of board in there, but then ended up not doing that. But I came up with kind of I hope it's a permanent solution. It's these binder clips that people use for office supplies, and I was able to put them in these bigger holes here, and then so it's kind of coming in like this. You see that, like that. So I opened it and I clipped it on, and then I took off this bottom one. That's why you don't see any metal. That's why you don't see the metal there. This front piece of plywood paneling is a standard 4x8 sheet, but I cut it to 80, I think it's 81 inches, so that the end of it could end on one of these cross braces. And so I'm doing the same here with this skinny little piece that will actually be hidden inside of the cupboard. Take a quick look down. This seam looks really super bad right now, but I'm not too worried about that. I got to come back. I'm going to do some painting. I was so excited when I got these white, and I thought, oh, how great that's going to be, and then I've marred them all up, and fortunately they're paintable. This intersection here, which was supposed to be a beautiful 4 corners, yeah, it didn't come out so well. I think I need to put another one in right there. And this is all going to be hidden under a cabinet that will be here. So I am, and at the back here, I ended up putting these magnets to hold up the roof. Not a very good solution, but it'll do for right now, just so that things won't warp and look nasty. But yay! So the van word for today is perseverance. When I came out this morning at 6:30 or 6:20 to start on this project, the humidity level was 98% and it was 60 degrees, 65 degrees, and it was like I was sweating and my glasses were fogged up, and like several times I went, just that's it, I can't do this, it's just too much. And then I said, no, I promised myself I would work until 10:30 today. I was going to give myself 4 hours, and by golly, I've got these up and I got time to finish the ceiling. And that's really all I wanted to do today, was get the ceiling closed up. So I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for just things coming together and having the tools, and it's just it makes me feel good inside. I have this last panel here on the passenger side cut and fitted, but I'm not going to screw it in yet. As tempting as it is, I love to see, you know, get that win every time I put up a paneling. I'm going to pull this down, and I have one last piece of paneling that needs to go over here, and I'm going to use this piece as a stencil, and then I'll have them both done. Last thing I have to do then is I'm going to use some Great Stuff foam and glue up the last of the paneling that's on the ceiling. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Here's another look at how that paneling turned out. Have a wonderful day. Darn bugs. Whew, it is hot today.